right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. You can say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powder Toast Man, Log TV, and Choo Choo, but they're inside. I thought I would do a little bit of this review. I don't know if I'll do the whole thing out here because I don't have all the specs. I'll probably take it in on the table and just start out here. But this is the Oknife Fortitude sent to me by Obuy. Now, down in the description, there will be a link to both this knife and to the Obuy site. I have a link. It helps the channel if you use it. Now, right now, when you see this review, and of course, I'm going to forget the dates. I think it is the 13th through the 15th of March, 2023. There is a March sale going on, like a St. Patrick's Day sale on Obuy. And you can also get some of the stuff on sale. So use my link, go check it out and see what it is. Now, this is the Oknife Fortitude. Now, as you can probably see, I've already been testing this out outside, and the coating is a little mangled, but that's perfectly cool for me. I like that because that means I'm using it. But this is D2 and it's coated. You have this great G10 two-tone blade, green and black. You've got a lanyard hole. You've got a full tang that is coated all the way back, as you can see. And it is contoured and feels wonderful. Now you've got this sort of choily thing right here and a dip for your hand, and it locks you in with a guard here and a guard back here, and it feels great. You've got jimping right here. Very nice. You do have, by the way, you do have Fortitude here and the model number. And you do have Oknife here and the steel. And it is a clip point with this crazy dip and the swedge. It looks kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It looks kind of, oh, come on, KC. Buoy-ish. Thank you. So I've been out here several times, and I haven't filmed any of it, and I don't know why, but I've been feather sticking with this. Now, the first thing I'll tell you guys is you have a lot of control. Now, you see here, I am not choked up. Don't have my thumb up here. I have found that this is the grip for me here. And I can really, can you see how I'm digging in there? It is fierce. Now, I can go up on that belly and do the same, or I can go down in this part, but man, I have a lot of control. Now, if I flip over, and now I'm going to use this part here on my thumb, it's still comfortable, but it's not as comfortable to me. Now, I get a good push out of it, but it feels like my angle is a little bit different. Still, it's very good, but because my thumb comes on that kind of part that sticks up right there, the thumb, basically what I'm saying is it's not comfortable way back here, and then where I want to be, there's like a spot right there. Now, if you come up here, now this is what you should do in this dip, and just forget the jimping. This is magnificent. Okay, so either this grip like this, like a fist, or this grip up here, these are what you want to use on this knife, in my opinion. Feels so perfect, and you can see, look at the control I have, and look how nice those curls came out. Very good. Now, this is also, we'll talk about the specs inside, but it's not a heavy knife. I mean, it's heavy, but not for the size. I don't think so. And you can see here, I can, just by hacking a little bit, if this was actually sitting on the ground, it would be better. You can see I just hacked right through that, no problem whatsoever. So it's got a little bit of heft to it. I did, there's a little tree stump over here I was hacking on a little bit earlier. And it just, it does good. Now, let's just do some actual, I don't know, carving or whatever with it here. And you can see it just destroys. Look, all those feather sticks I did are now gone. And you can just get some real control with this knife. And, it probably actually needs a bit of a touch up on the edge at this moment because I've been out here with it a bunch of times. Now, are there any hot spots? I'm really working. Now, look at my hand there, right there. There's a little bit, and I don't even know for sure. I think it might be just that. Now, I am really bearing down. I don't think it's a big deal. Is it a little bit of pressure there? Sure. But, you know, I guess, I don't know, guys, when I work with my hands, I don't know about you, even if I grab a perfectly shaped axe handle, I have arthritis, so my hands hurt, and I don't ever know exactly, what's a hot spot and not. But I think the closest place I would tell is right there. I tend to get a little bit of a pinch right there, but not a big deal in my opinion. Most of us are going to be using this for shorter periods of time. We're not going to be sitting here hacking at stuff for 30, 40 minutes at a time. Have I baton with this? No, I haven't. I have a nice hatchet. I'm not going to baton thing. Well, that was interesting. My phone decided to run out of storage space, which is why we're going to go inside in just a minute and work off of the camera. But, my point is, I'm not, this is not the kind of thing I baton with. This is a knife for trimming up wood, for making, for carving, for making kindling, making feather sticks, that kind of thing. For me, this could be a camp cooking knife. This would be a wonderful camp cooking knife. It's got a very nice thin edge to it, thicker spine, which means it's going to hold up again good to this kind of hacking. You see, it's a beast. So let's go inside. We'll talk specs. We'll talk availability. We'll talk about Obi some. And again, it's holding up very well. Look at that, guys. What a good looking knife. Very, very nice looking knife. So let's go inside now and we'll talk about this on the table. All right, we're back inside, guys. Very cool. Now, I will tell you, just so you know, when I came inside, I got this guy cleaned up. Whoops, let's move the light. Sorry. Got this guy cleaned up pretty good. I used this Flitz ceramic sealant, and that seemed to clean it up really well, and it also gives it a coating, which is really cool. But you can see definitely that coating, which I think is a DLC coating, a green DLC. I think it's scuffed up a little bit, but it's still protecting that D2 blade as I try to cut my camera there. Very cool. I mean, it held up pretty well, as you can see. Now, I told you we were going to talk kind of specs and some other stuff about this. Now, I was a little off on what I said earlier. The sale starts on the 12th at 8 p.m. and goes through the 15th, I believe. I don't know if that's at midnight or at 8. I think it's at midnight on the 15th. And so these are currently priced. I'm not sure right now if these are going to be on sale in the sale on Obi or not. By the way, this did come from Obi, O-B-U-Y, but it's a division of Olight and Oknife, and this is an Oknife. So I know that's a little confusing. So this is $90 currently looking at the site, but I cannot seem to find if it's going to be on sale during the sale or not. But there is plenty of other stuff that is. There are other knives. There's camping gear like tents and lanterns, and I saw hammocks and utensils and you name it. Anything you could use for camping or outdoors is there. But again, this is $90 and it is D2 steel. Let's see, our specs on this: D2 and G10 Kydex sheath. It says the hardness of the blade is 59 plus 2, up to plus 2. And then the blade length is 4.28. The overall is 9 inches. The blade thickness is 0.15, so a little thicker stock, but it's tall enough. The grind, that flat grind, that it comes down really, really nice. The handle length is 4.72. The weight is 7.14, excluding the sheath. That's just the knife, and 10.89 with the sheath as far as ounces. And again, really cool. This seems to be the only trim they offer this one in, which is fine with me because it's kind of really nice looking. And again, we talked about in the unboxing, no wiggle here in the sheath. A very nicely done sheath. You can put it has a tech lock on it. You can put other things. I believe you can twist this and carry it horizontally. I was right the first time. Good retention here. I hit Ren and Stimpy with the sheath in the unboxing. You can see it pops right off. Really nice. good sharpening choil on this one. As you can see, I think you've got a good deal of sharpening life there. As far as comparisons, I'm going to start with my favorite, what has been my favorite outdoor knife, which is the Tour Field 2.0. You can see that Field 2.0 is actually a little tiny bit smaller. Come on, stay there. Thank you. Gosh, this is the one thing about having this on an angle. It doesn't like to stay put. The other one I use quite often in the outdoors is the Lion Steel M4. You can see the M4 is also a little bit smaller. This is M390, this one's D2, and this one's 154 cm. Three really nice options in this area. Now, I will say, of those two, you know, the Lion Steel, I can't remember, I think it's well over $100, somewhere in there. And of course the Tour is like 300 and something. Definitely, you know, different. This is the value one. This one is definitely a great value at $90 for that size. Here is your Ontario Rat 1 for size comparison, a tiny bit smaller, and the Rat 2 for size comparison. Definitely gives you that very, very much so. So really cool knife. I'm really glad Obuy contacted me and sent this one out. I'm pretty impressed with the performance. I am especially impressed with the way the belly digs into some of the cuts I was doing. I didn't really show you guys the patented KnivesFAST cutting, so we'll do that real quick, which is of course going to involve some cardboard, but I showed you what it does outdoors, which is important. But yeah, this blade is super sharp. It came sharp. It has stayed sharp. I have not sharpened it. I have not stropped it. It is phenomenally sharp. Look at that. And I have not touched it up at all. That's after having feather sticked like 5 or 6 times, hacked it on wood, chopped down a small sapling with it, beat it on a tree basically. I mean, it has held up phenomenally well. You can see that edge is not harmed. And again, with that belly, this would make a great camp chef knife. I mean, you could see, you know, slicing meat or any number of things with that one on the campsite. So very, very cool. Again, check the link down in the description. It helps the channel. And again, I don't know exactly when this video is going to post yet, but I'm going to post it sometime in the middle of the sale, which is the 12th at 8 p.m. through midnight on the 15th of March 2023. So somewhere in there you will see this video, and go check out the sale and see what all's on sale. And if this is, because I'm not positive, that's pretty terrible, but I'm not. So there you go, guys. That is the Oknife Fortitude from Obuy. Really, really cool. And thanks to Obuy for sending it out. Guys, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of this one down in the comments. Of course, love hearing from you guys and having a chat. Again, if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. And thank you for watching the KnivesFAST channel.